Keegan Murray, you mentioned him. I want to hear what you liked about him in the summer league.
So he strikes me as one of those players that have NBA experience, even though he doesn't, right? Like, it's like you watch him play, you're like, oh, okay, if you didn't know who he was, you'd be like, okay, that's like one of those NBA guys who maybe will play 1 or 2 games and then we'll shut him down, And then you realize this guy's a rookie. Maybe part of that is because he's a little bit older than the other rookies, but he just strikes me as a guy who you would think would have NBA experience. Obviously, the shot looks great. He could guard multiple positions. And I think there's a reason why I could give you the reason why people thought his upside wasn't incredible, because he doesn't have eye-popping athleticism, and maybe the self-creation isn't at the highest of levels, right? But he has the starter kit. Like, you see the hezzy pull-up. You see the step backs, right? The handle does need some improvement, but you see it in transition. He could push, make the right decision. And the number one thing I think about when I think of Keegan is the poise. Like, he is super calm. A lot of rookies in summer league play rushed. They want to prove themselves, but he has that patience, as we just talked about, and he has that poise. So I loved everything I saw from Keegan.
Yeah, the athleticism angle is interesting because you're right. It seemed like people, during the whole draft, the lead up to the draft, they kept talking about his ceiling. You don't have to be like an elite athlete to have success at the NBA level. I don't think anyone looks at Luka and is like, hey, man, that's an elite athlete. Jokic. Like, these guys kind of play at their own pace. I mean, if you've got the skill set, if you're smart, you can shoot, you got size, I think you can last in the NBA.
Yeah, he doesn't have the eye-popping facets of athleticism, but I would say you mentioned Luka, and him and Luka are actually elite in one common area when it comes to athleticism: deceleration. When Keegan gets to the rim, he knows how to slow down, which is also part of your mentality, but it's also part of your athleticism. Just that ability to slow down. It allows you to get to the line, and it's definitely conducive to being a good finisher. Like, just the ability to slow down. The league's best players have it. Kyrie Irving, James Harden, SGA, maybe not one of the league's best players, but he's elite at that. Luka definitely knows how to slow down in the lane, and I noticed that in summer league more from Keegan than even that I noticed it in college. So that was amazing.
Wow. Do you think now, because we started our whole conversation with Mark Spears talking about playoffs and then rookie of the year for Keegan Murray, is it too weird to be like, hey, he will probably be in that conversation during the season? Or is it really just going to depend on what the team is doing?
Yeah, it definitely helps if the team is winning. I mean, if they make the playoffs, it'll help a lot, right? I hope for them they make it. But I would say that I think Paulo will win Rookie of the Year. I don't actually think he has the highest upside. To me, Chet has the highest upside. But Paulo, Keegan, definitely in the mix. We got to see what Jaden Ivey does, because he looked explosive in summer league for the time he played. And then you always got a few surprises. So I think Keegan will definitely be in the mix, and I think he will help that team right away. So I'm excited for him and the Kings.